So this is Miss Gray. She's about a year old, year and a half, Aussie Doodle. Tends to be one of the more difficult doodle combinations in my experience. Super energetic, very nervy. She does not really love food. She does not love training. So we're working on just a little tactile communication. One little tip I want to share is that pressure points are something that not a lot of people talk about in dog training. When I was in the police academy many years ago, we had a ninja guru defensive tactics instructor named Joe Hess who taught us pressure points. And that's a technique we use to escort people that are fighting and resisting and get them to move in directions they don't want to. So it's something I've applied to dog training. So with my middle finger and thumb, I can make them pretty rigid. And there's a couple different points that I use when teaching sits and downs, is that there's a spot between the shoulder blades and also a spot on the hip joints there. So just teaching sit very simply, I take the pressure points here by the hips. You can see her goosing a little bit right there as I simply push down, good girl, yes, and then also a little leash pressure up at the same time. With these pressure points, they go away from the point and the pressure of my fingers, and that's the idea, is to get them to move in a direction they're not so willing to do. So again, leash up, pressure point down, makes her butt tuck real simply, pressure comes off both my fingertips and the leash at the same time. And the same thing with the down. Right in between the shoulder blades, I'm going to add a little pressure with my fingertips, and it's going to make her kind of do a little bit of a downward dog. So leash pressure towards the ground, little fingertip pressure on the shoulder blades. Good, super, what a good girl, free. Again, it's just another tactile signal we can use to communicate with the dog when leash pressure maybe is a little bit conflicting, or leash pressure taps into too much opposition reflex. If I pull this way with the leash, she's actually going with it pretty well, but some dogs will absolutely resist leash pressure. This is another technique you can use to overcome that. Good girl, super. And in the beginning, it's immediate. As soon as she hits the deck, pressure comes off, she can get up, and I release her. And I'm not even naming it yet because it's not consistent, it's not predictable. Super, what a good girl. She didn't even go all the way down there. I'm not concerned about that. So again, in the beginning, you don't have to achieve the entire position. You can use successive approximation. Just as simply the first time she ever does this, if she just bows a little bit, good, you take the pressure off. So she learns to defeat it. A lot of times, if we make them do the whole exercise, it gets conflicted, it gets clouded, and they start to wiggle out of the position.